What's up, boys and girls? It's your guy Radical. We are here with episode 4 already, which is crazy, of the Behind the Creator podcast. Today, I've got a guest that showed up, dripped out of his mind. Look at that Persona 4 merch. Okay, and the classic, iconic chicken dog beanie. I see you. This man's actually on a trip, and he has so much dedication to bring all his equipment and come on the podcast anyways. It's my boy Chicken Dog. Actually, do I know your first name? It's Chris, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's Chris.
My boy Chris. So I've met Chris in person at a Nintendo launch. Shout out 2 weeks. PAX East, Anime New York City. So a couple different cons. And yeah, it's been a good time every time I've seen him. But I decided to wear my Nintendo New York merch today because this man has absolutely taken over the whole Captain of Nintendo moniker. This man's at every launch. Any midnight launch you can think of, this man's gonna be at New York City. So that's kind of where I want to start this podcast. What kind of inspired you to just start going to these launches, and just if you can talk a little bit about the experience going to all the different launches that you've been at.
Yeah, well, let's start off how I got there.
Yes.
Because I had no intention in the past to go there. I used to have this old buddy I used to be friends with. I don't really talk to him anymore. But me and him wanted to, well, more him. He wanted to go to the lines, and I promised him one day, we'll go there, etc. But stuff happened. We broke out. We don't hang out anymore. But then my buddy Fern, which I've been friends with for like many years, he wanted to meet up, and we wanted to do a meetup at New York. So we went to Brooklyn. We were going for Anime NYC weekend. And then we realized there's a launch the same weekend as Anime NYC.
Yup.
Why don't we just go and see how it is? Then I went, and then it happened.
Yeah. Just that passion, like, sparked. Like, that was your first time meeting C&D, right?
Yeah, and I have a great story about that. So we were talking to him. It was like the first time I ever talked to him. So I mentioned that Fern hasn't been to the store yet because he's from Mexico, which I didn't mention yet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he came from far. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like the first time I met him. And then I haven't been to the store. And this is another fun fact. Since like the store rebranded, last time I was there, all the Wii U stuff, 3DS, it was still called World. It wasn't called Nintendo New York.
Yeah, it's like the OG. I never even went to Nintendo World, so.
And, bro, I gotta say shout out to Alex, bro, because, bro, that day, bro, he showed me he's a real one, bro.
Yeah.
He gave us an exclusive private tour.
Woo!
He showed us the whole store.
Yeah.
Not even for his content, just for him. Just to show us.
Wow. He's definitely a good dude, and I feel like that is the behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people don't see, is that, like, he's also just a human at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, and people, like, I've seen at launches, people don't really treat other creators like human. Like, they don't see what happens behind the scenes. Like, to them, like, when they watch our videos, they think, oh, it's just the creator.
Yep. It's
just like a character in a story.
And then that's when the clout chasing comes into play.
Nah.
I mean, at least from my experiences at Nintendo New York, sometimes it'll happen. You're like, damn, bro, like, leave that creator alone. Like when Plain Rock used to pull up on the lines, like,
dude,
everyone was all over him,
bro.
Yeah.
Literally, I saw that Zelda too. Everyone was all over Alex and Plain Rock. I just felt bad, bro.
They just don't get a second to like chill, like, like they're just being swarmed, and Alex copping this clip, and they're just like, damn, let me chill, like, I think there's gotta be a healthy balance. Like, it's cool to like invite them into your vlog, or like say you're a fan, but like if you're just like low-key harassing them throughout the day, like,
yeah, it's not cool.
I feel like that's unfortunately a little bit of the like line culture. Like sometimes it can be a little toxic, I don't know if you agree, but
no, I agree 100% because I seen stuff happen at the line, like firsthand experience, like with certain situations.
Yeah. And I mean, you've probably experienced the lines more than me. Like, even though I've gone since 2019, like my first one was the Sword and Shield launch. you're actually camping out for days, which I've never done.
And I don't have an Airbnb or a hotel, nothing. I only had a hotel once, and that was Zelda. Regretted it.
Really?
Waste of money.
Because you were just never there?
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Do you get one of those, like, what do you call it, like the bubble things?
Weather pods? Yeah.
Weather pod, yeah. Okay. And, like, how many lines have you been at now recently? It's been, like, what, 3 or 4, right?
No, way more.
More? Oh my god.
Hold up, let me count. Scarlet and Violet, Zelda, Pikmin 4, Detective Pikachu, Wonder, RPG. 6. Woo. And I'm keep going. I'm gonna keep doing them. I'm gonna do all of them next year.
Yeah? Do you know what, like, the next one you're targeting would be?
Well, if we're saying for first, none.
Okay.
But I will say this in this podcast, or wherever.
Yeah.
I am waiting 24 hours for the Sora amiibo because I want to try something different.
Oh yeah, I like that. Do you think they're gonna do any kind of launch for that, or it's more just like the store opens at say 10 a.m. and like you can just go in and buy it?
I'm not. When I've been doing more of these things, I realized like which ones are gonna be morning, which ones gonna be midnight, and which ones are not gonna be launches. The game's Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I don't know if it's getting a launch.
yeah, that's true.
I'm just doing it for the fun of it. If no one shows up, I'm just gonna do it for the community so they can watch it later.
Yeah, you'll at least be there to vlog and whatnot. So I've seen some of those vlogs. The Mario Wonder launch looked insane because like Doug Bowser was there. They had the whole like red carpet. What was that experience like? Was that just like so overwhelming? Like,
it was. We had some issues with the line at Wonder. Like, a lot of people. It felt like some people said it. The Odyssey launch. There was a lot of people there, and it kind of got overcrowded a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you had like, you know, the people that just show up the day of, blasting music, dancing, having a good time, right? But also not being aware of other situations and stuff, like other civilians and stuff, like because of traffic and stuff.
Yep.
And that's where like the people are waiting like us have to keep cautious because we don't want them to get in trouble. We want them to have a good time.
Yeah.
But we don't want the civilians, you know, to have a bad day either.
Yeah, that's hard because for those that don't know, like Nintendo New York is in a busy area because Rockefeller Center is like right there. So like there's just you'll always have like the line of just like all us Nintendo nerds just waiting for the game, and the next thing you know it's like civilian. Like you probably get asked 100 times like, oh, what's this line for?
Dude, I get that so much. Yep. And then it gets to a point where like the line just jokes and say, oh, we're waiting for the Barbie movie, we're waiting for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you just give up. You're like, look, like we're in front of the Nintendo store. Like, just do a little math in your head, you know.
And then when we tell them, oh yeah, I've been camping out here since like Sunday, they look at me like this. Nuh-uh. They think I'm like high or crazy or something.
I'm sure especially like the older generation, just people that don't game at all, they probably think like we're psychotic for waiting in a line for a game, you know.
Some people do think we're crazy, but then there's some that supports us, like say keep going guys. And I'm not gonna lie, I had some civilians that come back next day over for me or one of my friends that are waiting to be first, and they give us feedback, support, just talk to us for like 30 minutes to an hour before they go to their jobs and stuff.
That's refreshing. It shows you that there are actually still good people in the world, you know.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I met a lot of good people at the line that became friends with me.
What's like, do you feel like it's super easy to just talk to people there? Like it just has such a nice community feel, or do you feel like you had to like people are quiet, like maybe you had to wedge a little bit harder?
Well, 99% of the people, it's easy for me to talk to because I love meeting new people of the community.
Yeah.
Even if it's like no one I've ever heard of, because I like talking to new people that have the same interests as I do. And I just like to talk to the people that are wait or just like come the day of, and you know, just to learn about the community, learn who's new, who's old, and just like have a talk to them, have fun, play games, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, also, I don't know if anyone in those 6 lines you went to, like, went to J&L games, like, before and already had the game. Like, sometimes,
well, that happened a few times.
Yeah, so sometimes someone's always just playing the game in line, and you're like, man, like, spoilers.
I think there was this, I don't know her name, but there was this one person at Zelda that got Tears of the Kingdom before, and I think they got Doug Bowser to sign it, hide the copy.
That's
and
crazy.
She's like, pulls it up, and she's like, don't show anyone, like.
That's insane. Did you personally get to meet Doug Bowser, or?
I met him twice.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
both
I
at the launches?
I first met him at Wonder. No, not Wonder. I met him at Zelda first, and I got to take a picture of him.
Nice.
He was at Wonder, and I got to see him again. And since I was second in line, he gave me the copy.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, he sold it to you directly? Like, is that what you mean?
Yeah, he handed me the copy.
Wow.
Picture.
Nice. I would hang that up
Kirby's,
on my fridge.
channel.
Yeah, Kirby GCN. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, just real quick, I gotta say, shout out to my boy Pierre. Pierre's been an OG in the
Pierre's
line.
a GOAT.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT, bro.
Pierre's the GOAT. I love that about the community. Is like there's certain people that, like, if you've gone to one of these lines, like, you know that person. Like,
you know them.
Yep. Kirby's one of them because he's always just recording, like, every single event. Even if it's like a direct reveal or like the smallest little event, he's there and he's gonna cover it for his YouTube channel.
Yeah, for media and stuff like that.
Yep.
Really chill guy, really nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely... So, okay, if someone's never been to a launch before, what advice and, like, what would you maybe warn them about? Or be like, hey, you definitely have to do this. Like, someone's asking you, they're like, dude, Chicken Dog, like, you've done these launches. I want to go. Tell me about it.
Well, it depends the way they ask me the question, but I'll say it like this. If they're asking, like, what should I bring or what should I do when I'm there, I say, like, pack small, bring your Switch, bring snacks, bring a chair, because most people don't bring a chair, and believe it or not, you're gonna think I'm crazy when I say this. Some people think it's alright to go in our stuff, sit there, and wait.
That's crazy.
And it happened not one launch, like 3 launches. It's when I was waiting with my friend Boyd.
Yeah.
We have, like, fans, like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I'm getting a little sidetracked.
Yeah.
I have to mention this. There's times, like, they go in our stuff or ask us money to buy food.
Really?
Yeah.
Are these, like, homeless people or just, like, people in line?
No. Actual people that are waiting at the line.
That's crazy.
No homeless people. We actually... I'm not even gonna lie to you. We made friends with homeless people before, and they never ask us for money or food.
Really? Wow.
It's always the people at the line.
That's crazy. Like, are they, like, even checking in with you first? Like, hey, can I sit in your, like, weather pod? Or, like, no, they just do it.
Some do, some that do, and, like, I know, I'll let them sit. But, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's, like, some that would just do this.
Nah, they just do it.
And then I after a while, since I've been doing these for so long, I'm like, just get out of my seat.
Yeah, literally. Like, it's mine, you know? That's crazy. Well, okay,
but, go ahead. Going back to what you're saying, just bring a lot, like, the main stuff you need, like chair, snacks, Switch, like a backpack, and just anything that just makes sure you need for gear for the day, because you don't know if it's gonna rain.
Yep.
You don't know, like, how the weather's gonna be, and, like, how crowded it's gonna get.
Yeah. No, definitely good, like, literal survivor tips for surviving a New York City line. And since you kind of, like, were already alluding to horror stories from the line, I've never camped out, like, overnight. Are there horror stories just, like, first off, being in New York City, there's rats, you know, just, like, so many people, weather, like, just, like, is there, like, a moment where, like, it was 3 a.m. and you're like, man, this sucks right now? Like, is there any, like, horror stories from just the process?
A lot.
Oh, a lot. Okay.
I can mention some in a brief way without saying names. We had a guy that came to the line. Reminder, this guy, we have no association with this guy, and he's not even a part of the Nintendo community at all. We had a guy, which, without me saying their name, didn't like that we waited out of the lines and stuff.
Right.
And I'm not gonna say if the guy was on anything, because I don't know, but he probably was.
Yeah.
He would yell at us and not leave us alone, and we would just simply just tell him to kindly leave.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could put it without further details.
Yeah, without bringing it up even worse. Is that like, is he coming around like during those graveyard hours like of the night, or is that just like?
Yes, when we're sleeping.
That sucks.
And then he tries to take our spots and be like, "Oh, I've been here for this long," and like,
That's
"No, you haven't.
Crazy.
No, you haven't."
I mean, it doesn't really surprise me because like if you're from a city, you know there's just some crazy drugged up people around. But
There is.
to just like,
But we keep caution. We keep tabs with the community. We're always in contact because safety is our main key. We want to make sure everyone's having a good time, safe, and not in trouble or in harm.
Yeah, exactly. And that's good that you have like kind of your band of brothers and friends just like all together. So like, you know, I don't think anything crazy could happen because you're all gonna be there to protect each other and look out for each other for sure.
Yeah, and after doing this so long, I'm so used to like sleeping there that I'm not even afraid anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you keep all your possessions in the weather pod, right? So it's like, you
so
literally
no one can
hear
rob
someone
me.
zipping it open, like trying to take your stuff.
Yeah, and this is another thing to add on with your other question earlier. This is key word, buddy. Always have a buddy.
Yeah.
If you don't, bro, and this is going for anyone that's watching. If you don't have a buddy, you won't be able to like do multiple days.
Yeah. Just because you gotta sub out, right? You gotta like take some Starbucks breaks and like shower and whatnot, right?
Yeah, and then I'm not gonna lie to you, like if you're gone for a few hours, don't move your chair down if someone new comes by. They don't care.
Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna be hard to say without names, but like, has there been situations with like line cutting or like just people like?
Yes, but not that much to
That's
where
good.
it's a severe problem.
Okay.
You know,
There's like an honor system, right? People are like, nah, Chicken Dog's been like second like for 3 days, like he's number 2.
Yeah. But if something like that were to happen, I'll give you a scenario, because it happened at Wonder, RPG, Pigman, all of them. I would just go up, or like one of the other guys from my crew, or like one of the older guys that's been doing this for longer than us. We would just go up to them. The line starts back there. We would just tell them straight up.
Yeah.
If they didn't get the message, they'll be kindly asked to leave or go back to the back.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
as
all
long
we
as
can
you're not like, nah, this ain't your fucking spot. Like, you're not blowing up on people. Like,
No.
you're being super-
We're not like that.
you're being kind
We
about
just
it.
go up to them. We just guide them, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It only gets to that way when they start, like what I said earlier, like that one guy.
Yeah.
They start disagreeing with us, giving us a hard time.
Yeah. Then you gotta do what you gotta do. But
Yeah.
I hear you. So I think we covered a good amount of Nintendo New York talk. Like, you definitely seem like you have plans. You said you want to go to all of them next year, so good luck, man.
Oh, yeah,
I'm excited to see
I
it.
have plans, bro. That's all I'm saying. I have plans.
I'm gonna be excited to see all the vlogs, the pictures, the journeys. But outside of launches, you've also done like decent amount of cons. You've done PAX East, Anime New York City. Are there any that I'm missing? Or
Kineticon, MomoCon, and I think that's it.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite con and why?
Ooh. Honestly, Probably PAX East or MomoCon, honestly.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say Anime New York City. I'm surprised.
Nah, I'll be honest. The only reason I went to Anime New York City, the people.
Yeah, because you had
The
EJ and everyone else.
Yeah, I just went for my friends, the group, community, all that. It just, I feel like they don't change that much at Anime NYC.
Yeah, it's a lot of copy and paste. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this booth was here last year and the year before that in the exact same spot, selling the same merch.
It's like a scam con, in my opinion.
Really? Well, I remember last year when I saw you at Anime New York City, you bought that big ass sword or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah.
you're carrying that thing around the con. I was like, well, hard to miss you because that thing was like 8 feet tall.
It was like this big, bro.
Yeah. Damn. But I mean, I know you got like all the signatures and you got a good experience. But what
Yeah, I
makes
had a good time.
what makes PAX East, you know, kind of the con for you? Like, why do you?
I
Favor
just
that one
had,
more?
I just had a lot of great experience, you know, me and you guys, and also, I went with my buddy before the previous year from community college. We hanged out there for a day. I just had a lot of good experience. I had a lot of friends through that con, and also I went there for a year for free, so I can't complain.
Really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I won Yo Schiller's giveaway.
Oh, nice. Nice. Free badges, that'll always make the con 20 times better. Because anything free is just chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss.
That's why I went all 4 days, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And
Made
then
that count.
I know you have a Vancouver trip upcoming. What other trips or like where else are people going to be able to see you vlogging or taking pictures at? Like what's up next for Chicken Dog?
I will definitely, like I said earlier, be at all the lines this year.
Yep.
No matter what it is. I might be doing KineticCon. I already have that on the way. As for later in the year, I'm not sure because there's this one big thing I'm planning, but it all depends on when that falls.
Oh, okay.
Or I should say, me and my friends are planning.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, anytime you can see all your community members, I mean, even EJ, bro, you brought EJ out of the cave. EJ don't go to lines. You got him out there. Like,
I literally asked him to come to like 5 launches, bro. It took him like. No, I'm gonna say 5, 3.
The saddest thing, bro, is this man lives in New York. This man is elusive as a ninja. This man don't go to nothing.
Dude, he's like, I gotta check my schedule. I'm like, just call out a word, bro.
Like, it's one day, bro. It's one day. Oh,
just
man.
one day, bro. I call out weeks, months in advance, bro,
Yeah,
for these
yeah.
events. And this man can't call out 2 weeks, bro.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh my god. But I mean, for those watching this podcast, you're probably familiar with EJ Lennon. He's an OG like Etika community member. He was a Clipper. I believe he was a mod for Etika, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. So he was a moderator for Etika. RIP. And EJ's now been around the N10 community, Chicken Dogs community. He's always around. What was it like finally like having him at a launch and then also like going to Anime New York City together? Like was that like kind of surreal? Was that like kind of one of your first moments meeting like an IRL online friend?
That was more with Fern when I
Huh.
met him the year prior. But
Yep.
fun fact, besides you and the others at that launch, I actually met EJ that week.
Because of Anime New York City, right?
Yeah, the year before. Yeah.
Yeah, he went on the one day that I didn't go.
Yeah, what a bitch.
For real. For real. But anytime you get EJ Lennon appearance, you know something's going right. So, I mean, that Chicken Dog influence, people want to come out to Nintendo New York. They want to see this man. They want to see the yellow beanie in person. She.
Yeah, and I cannot tell you, bro. This happened in RPG, which I'm shocked. So there's this guy I was friends with, right?
Yeah.
I met him through the Anime NYC Discord server.
Oh,
He is a Joy-Con boy. He is a fan of Etika, and he came all the way out. I don't even know from what country, but he came all the way out to see me at the launch before,
Wow.
and he was so happy, bro. I'm telling you, I made his day when I saw him.
That's crazy. How did that feel, like, having someone, like, want to see you?
Great, bro. Because, like, if I can make somebody's day, that's all that matters in the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. Like, you're just out here, like, waiting in line for a game, and, like, someone is that influenced to be like, I need to meet this man. Like, I need to chill with this man. Like, it's definitely going to be a cool feeling, like, when someone wants to, like, seek out your company and, like, meet you and whatnot.
Yeah.
So with all the cons done, I actually want to like take it back even further. What influence further back, bro? Even further back.
Further.
Before we got to this point
before
of
the beanie.
Before the beanie. Before the beanie. Before we got to the point where people wanted to meet you at a line. Before you started doing all these events and lines. What actually got you into content creation and just the whole kind of community initially?
Well, we're gonna start all the way back when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, that's where the passion formed.
Yeah. So I had this friend. And I'm still friends with this guy till this day. I consider him as my best friend. His name is Ben. We've been like childhood friends since forever. He's been doing like YouTube like me. He used to make content for like many different stuff like animation, like shorts, vlogs, all that stuff. And he kind of inspired me a little bit to do content. And funny story. So, because obviously we're kids and we do dumb shit. Originally, my channel was a group channel. And it wasn't called Chicken Dog. It was called Chicken Dog Gamers.
Nice.
It was like cringe stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
And then another thing that made me do content was like watching like other creators, getting inspired by them to do them. Like people like Etika, stuff like that.
Yeah. Did C&D have a heavy influence over wanting to do like start up the line culture and lines?
Well, more recently, yes, but I would say more of the community.
Okay.
I didn't really watch C&D when I was younger. I watched him like a few years ago.
Yeah, more recently. So you were kind of catching up on the vlogs versus like watching them live when they were coming out. Like.
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, well yeah, that's an interesting little backstory. And now honestly, it just popped into my head. I'm dying to know, and there might be many other people out there. But just like, what is like the story, the origin of Chicken Dog? Where does that come from? Like
Chicken Dog.
Yeah, just like the behind the username. What's the? Is it just like I love chicken and I love dogs, so like boom, or is there like a story behind it?
So going back to what we were just talking about, how the channel is called Chicken Dog Gamers. Obviously, since it's a group channel and I was young with my friends, it wasn't gonna last.
That's real.
So most of the people didn't want to do the channel anymore. My friend didn't want the channel, and he knew I wanted to do YouTube. My best friend Ben, so he's like, you know what, you take it. I'm like, okay. So I just started posting random videos, experimenting.
Yeah. And
honestly, I thought of changing the name. I had a username in mind to change it before, like, it was Chicken Dog. I wanted to do like Yellow Chris F, but the thing that happened is I was at the age where I started talking to communities and stuff. Like I started talking in the Etika's community more, like the Joy-Con Boys servers, all that stuff. I joined like a few Discord servers in like 2017 when Discord started becoming more popular. And the people in those communities just knew me as Chicken Dog, and it was a funny name back then, like Chicken Dog Gamers. So like, I was like, you know what? I don't know why, but I just had a feeling like I was meant to have that name. I don't know why. I just had a feeling. It sounds like a dumb name. Yeah. But it sounds iconic.
But it works. Yeah. It just clicks. And I mean, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. So, like if you felt that in your gut, you're like, nah, I'm Chicken Dog. Like, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. But I had issues with other people with the name because it's Chicken Dog. It's gonna be a common name.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you're not the only chicken dog out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Some competition.
I wouldn't say competition. It's more of a little Chicken Dog backstory drama, most recent years.
Oh, okay.
So, do you know the streamer I Shall Speak?
Yes.
He has a friend on VRChat. He doesn't make content. Named Chicken Dog.
Really?
Yes. And he kind of fucked with my algorithm.
Yeah.
So if you search up Chicken Dog, you just get like an animator like channel, then you would get like Chicken Dog song, or like you would just get I Shall Speak clips. And it just struggles me because he doesn't have like a channel or nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like it is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
As a creator, I'm gonna have to deal with stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I still have the at Chicken Dog. I still have the Discord tag Chicken Dog. So I'm all good. I own the name.
Yeah.
It's my name.
You are who you are.
Yeah, I was giving it like 2014, 2015 when I was a kid. I'm always Chicken Dog.
Yeah, exactly. Have you gotten any situations where someone comes to your channel and they're like, "Oh my God, you're from I Show Speeds"? Like,
yes, I get that a lot, and I got
Really?
to the point where like when people said it when I went live, I'm just like, guys, I'm not that guy. I'm not that baby NPC like model from his streams that was on one clip. I'm not that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, nah.
I want to be Chicken Dog. The Chicken Dog.
The Chicken Dog.
The only Chicken Dog.
Capital THE, the Chicken Dog. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we covered all the gaming and Nintendo. I want to ask, like, what else you got going on? Like, I guess behind the scenes as Chris, like work, life pursuits, hobbies, like anything else. Like, what might people not know about you?
Well, for work, I work at this job that's like it's a weird place. It's like a trampoline park and
really?
door business. I work for both.
Okay.
But I more work for the trampoline department.
That's an interesting combo.
I'm their maintenance guy, so I repair stuff and clean for them. And especially this time of year, I try to clean the hardest so like no one gets sick.
Yeah.
And then I recently took a break from community college.
Oh, so you're still, like, do you plan on going back? Like, are you still a student technically right now?
I'm still technically a student. I could go back whenever. It's just I'm thinking of switching majors.
So what were you doing, and what do you want to maybe switch to?
Originally, I was doing graphic design, but I was like, I wasn't feeling it because my thing was once I get it and I do it for this company, they're gonna make me do like planned stuff. Like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to do stuff that's creative or unique to me.
Yep.
I'm thinking of switching to photography.
Nice. Keeping it in the content creation field, camera work and whatnot.
Yeah. And I've recently got a Canon camera. I got a Canon T-Rebel T7.
Nice, dude. That's the best. Like, my best advice always is like, yo, just get a camera and start shooting stuff. Like, whether it's pictures or videos, like, just get practice and show people that you know what you can do, you know? No better way. And those vlogs definitely will help you. Like,
yeah, for sure.
They become resume pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna be using the camera a lot next year.
Yeah. Is it annoying to lug, like, to these lines and then, like, have to keep track of it? Or, I mean, like,
I mean, I'll be honest. All the videos, vlogs I did before, it was on an iPhone 5, iPhone 8, not 5.
Oh, wow, yeah. But you'd be surprised, iPhone cameras can get the job done. Like, sometimes
it does.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
It all depends on lighting and just, like, noise.
Yep. So, you're going to be upgrading. So, that means the next line vlog would be your first with this Canon camera, right?
Yes, and I'm trying to also get a microphone. I don't know what it's called, but my friend, shout out to Jimmy Mullen, recommended it.
Hey, shout out Jimmy. Another Nintendo New York OG.
Yep.
All right, I like it. Actually, another question when you talk about your work, like how were they like? I don't know if supportive is the right word, but how
They know.
Oh, they
They
do know.
know.
Okay, so like they
know.
they give you the time
They
off.
support it. They give me the time out. They do support. However, they do think I'm crazy.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, the guy that be fixing our trampolines, he's a nut job. But hey, he's in New York City waiting for a game.
Oh, I found out what mic it is. I have it on my wish list. It's the Rode mic.
Yeah, the Rode mic's really popular with cameras. I think they call it like an external. You plug it right in and it gets the job done. But nice, man. You got the upgrades. You got shit going for you. What kind of caused the break from school? Is it just because you want to change majors, or like did you want to put more emphasis on content creation and everything else?
A mix of a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I was going through stuff with my family, some personal drama. Also, I felt like I was rushed to go to college.
Yeah.
Also, I was just still focused on the YouTube grind.
Yeah.
And honestly, once I did go to my first launch and did go to New York City, I felt like I was meant to do something there.
It
But
was
when I
like
was
your
at
calling.
college, yeah. But when I was at college, I felt like I was wasting my time partying, doing nothing,
Yeah.
and I felt like I wasn't learning anything from college.
Yeah. So you definitely feel like you're kind of like, I always call it like the cookie cutter American lifestyle, where it's like you go to high school, immediately after you go to college, and like you get a job. Like, do you feel like you were just very like pressured to like kind of follow that? Like,
Yeah, I felt like, especially personal life, I felt like my dad wanted me to go to college right out of high school, and this was during the pandemic also.
That's the worst time to start college, yeah.
Yeah, and they were having us all wear masks. It was hybrid, and I was just like overwhelmed, stressed out, trying to get paperwork from the high school to there. And honestly, it wasn't really good for my mental health. So I was like, I gotta take a break.
I hear you. Like, is this something in the near future you think you'd be going back for photography, or like you're still just kind of ride out this break and focus on your content and work?
Right now I'm just seeing how it goes. I definitely do want to go back because I still want to get a degree of something to say I completed college.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do a 4-year school, nothing like that.
Yeah,
I just
you
want
can get your associates or like one of those smaller degrees. Like at the end of the day, a degree is a degree, you know. So like, as long as you grab something.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, yeah, I'm glad that you got all these pursuits. You got some exciting stuff coming up, like the trip, and you said you're planning something and more launches.
Yeah, something. Keep tabs this year or next year, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming on the episode, dude. It was a great time to finally get to talk and hear some of these insider Nintendo New York stories and learn more about the man behind Chicken Dog, you know? I appreciate you coming on, dude.
Yeah, anytime, man. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad I got to talk to you, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Anytime. And I should see you soon. I mean, hey, PAX East right around the corner.
Yep.
Some other cons, many opportunities. I might even have to get up to a launch next year because you just like re-inspired my passion. Like
I'm glad, man. I hope to see a launch.
Hell
I don't know what launches are gonna be next year though, because the only ones I heard of so far is Peach.
Yeah.
And Peach.
Yeah. No, we're in dire need of a Nintendo Direct. Like, there's just no AAA releases like that I can think of.
Yeah, it's like the end of the Switch cycle, so like, you know, Switch 2's coming soon.
Dude, I can only imagine you'll definitely be at the launch for whatever this next console is going to be.
I will say this. I will be, but I'm not going to be first.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
I'm not trying to be first. I'm not trying to be first.
As long as you're there and can talk to the community and be a part of it, that's all you need, right?
Yeah. Because, at the end of the day, I just go for these lines for the community, for the people, and just like keep getting people inspired, keep going out here, and just make sure everyone has a good time. That's all that matters to me at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, I love that. Like, you said that multiple times. Like, just have a good time. I think that's dope that you actually have people in mind. Because I feel like it's easy as any kind of content creator to just, like, blow up your ego and, like, get really into yourself. But you definitely sound a lot more grounded. And you're like, nah, like, I'm here for the community. We want to make sure we're safe, having a good time. I think that's really rare. And, like, yeah, man, keep with that mentality for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that mentality for the next 7 to 8 years, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But all right, I'm gonna end it there because we could talk forever about Nintendo New York and everything. So make sure, where can people see any pictures, vlogs? Like, what are your socials? Give yourself a shameless plug real quick.
Shameless plug. Okay. Go to @ChickenDog on YouTube. It's the guy with the yellow beanie. You'll notice me ASAP. I got a Nintendo playlist of all the vlogs. I think it's like 12 right now. Currently, 12 videos. I also got an Instagram @RealChickenDog. There's where I post all the memories on my story of all the launches if you want to see that. And also, if you do go to the lines, let me know, because I do have like group chats and stuff with people at the line to keep in contact with people. So like, we all know what's going on and we're all in contact.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think if, like we had talked about earlier, if someone is gonna go to a launch for the first time and like they're worried about not making friends or being lonely, like, Chicken Dog is literally your bridge to making some new friends. Like, this dude got the group chats. He's gonna take care of you. So definitely, reach out, and he'll give you that true. Maybe how C&D gave you guys the tour, maybe Chicken Dog, yeah, he can start giving you guys some tours. Like, he can start repaying the favor.
If anyone wants to go to a launch and like has not been there at all, I will give them a tour, because the people that were doing it longer than me gave me a tour.
Yeah, so you can pass that generation. Yeah.
And that's the goal. Yep, that's the goal for me at the end of the day. Just keep going out there for the next generation.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, well, I'm all inspired. I'm ready to run back down to New York City right now. But,
okay.
Oh, shit, time to go. EJ Lennon, come on out.
Oh, EJ, no.
All right, but before we just continue on, because these stories have been so interesting, like he's just said, check out his YouTube, his Instagram for all these updates about the launch, the lines, his adventures. Thank you again for coming on Beyond the Creator Podcast episode 4. And until next time, guys, that's all I got. Stay radical. You got a little outro? I don't know if...
This has been your chick boy, I messed that up. This has been your boy, Chicken Dog, signing out, and see y'all in the next one.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Peace out. Adios.